sometimes what the motive is not 100% clear. And again, the police, to complete a successful prosecution, we don't always have to prove what the motive is. We like to know what it is, but sometimes we can't establish that. And that's not always, of course, required. But you know, everybody does want to know why, including us. But sometimes that doesn't always, you know, come to the surface.
Now, I've heard some people talk about how this shooting happened exactly 5 weeks after the last one, and so close to the Calvin Beam shooting. Does there appear to be like any kind of correlation, or does it just seem like there just happened to be 2 shootings close together?
Yeah, at this point, we don't feel that there's any direct link between the two events. You know, the Calvin Beam case, again, on that one, we're still working on that, and we'll up to trial.
Have there been any major challenges in this murder investigation?
I mean, I think this investigation was a little bit easier than the Beam homicide, just because we had witnesses at the scene from the beginning. As you remember, in the Beam case, he was found behind the firehouse. He was still alive for a short time, but there was no other witnesses around him, so that was difficult. So we had to work backwards from there. At least in this case, we were called. There was other witnesses in the house and in the area when it happened, and we've been able to talk to them. So we had a lot more to go on from the beginning.
What would you say to residents around here that might be fearful just having 2 murders so close to them in such a short period of time?
You know, I think you know, this may concern people, but I mean, in the first case, the people involved, they did know each other. There may not have been a long relationship, but they were at least somewhat knew each other, or knew the other party through another party. In this particular case, I don't know how that's going to turn out, but you know, most homicides are not just random acts where somebody's walking down the street and they get you know, attacked and they're, you know, stabbed or murdered or beaten to death. Does that happen? Absolutely, it does happen, but it's very rare and extremely rare here in Chambersburg. I mean, generally, when there's a homicide, there's some kind of relationship where the folks knew each other, or there's a drug or alcohol aspect to it that has motivated somebody to lose control and kill somebody.